Look at what's coming up on the show. Second self, virtual transport through beaming technology. Under pressure, sensor system for monitoring stress in the body. And wonderful wildflowers fighting air pollution with wayside plants. Did you ever wish you could be in two places at the one time? Well, scientists in Europe are working on it. They want to beam you from A to B with the help of the internet, computer graphics, 3D glasses and robots. So even if you can't physically make that meeting in another city, your avatar can. This EU-funded research could help save lots of airplane miles by teleporting the virtual you to that event on the other side of the globe. So forget video conferencing, let's have a look at the next step in communication technology.
Matthias Hades is a computer scientist with a mission, making Star Trek-style beaming a reality. The EU project Beaming is making good progress. Virtual beaming, however, not the physical kind. Hades is having his virtual avatar beamed into his lab. He needs lots of technology and a special pair of specs to do it.
The cameras on this head-mounted display record the surroundings. This is then processed by the computer, and we add a virtual person to these images. You can already see it in these pictures here. And when I look around, I can see the artificial person.
Through his special glasses, Hades sees his own lab and a projected figure, an avatar, in the same image. The avatar is being controlled by a research colleague at the University of Munich. He's wearing a tracking suit that monitors his movements and transmits them to the avatar.
Yeah, could you move your arms a little bit so we could see how you're moving? Yeah, thank you. Und so wäre dann vielleicht das.
That would be the actual setup. We've got a pupil or a student, and the teacher is projected virtually.
Und der Lehrer wird projiziert virtuell. Play some notes on the xylophone.
Hades' assistant plays the xylophone at the same time as a research colleague in Munich. For the viewer, they look like they're in the same place. The aim is to make them feel like they're really in close physical proximity too.
Ein wichtiger Punkt im Projekt ist die sogenannte Präsenz.
An important point is what's called presence. A person who's beamed up to another place should feel as if they're really there. We should feel as though someone's next to us, just like when we're standing next to one another here. Various new technologies are used to make that possible.
Researchers are trying to achieve the beaming feeling by using robots as well as virtual avatars. The robots can be remotely controlled using the tracking method. Lorenz Hilti is a professor of computer science and sustainable systems at the University of Zurich and the Swiss Federal Laboratories for Materials Science and Technology. He says beaming could be the way of the future.
We've got an extremely long way to go before it becomes a high-quality experience and all the little distractions are ironed out. But it's certainly worth continuing our research in this area.
Aber ich denke, der Versuch ist es auf jeden Fall wert, in die Richtung zu forschen.
Hilti is particularly interested in how beaming could change our society if it were incorporated into daily life. Working with avatars is something we still need to learn a lot about.
The next step would be, okay, I no longer have to do that myself because I already have an avatar or even a robot who represents me in certain situations. And then you could try delegating different tasks.
Das delegieren vielleicht an eine andere Person. Mein Gesprächspartner weiß das aber nicht.
Trust is an important part of having a conversation, so your opposite should look and behave as much like a person as possible. This young man could contribute to achieving that. Thibaut Weiser is a computer visualization specialist. He wants to breathe more life into their clunky avatars. His speciality is facial expressions. His software, called FaceShift, transmits emotions to a virtual figure of his choice in real time.
Also unsere Software, unsere Technologie,
The main point of this software, our technology, is that we can film and animate the person in real time. We do that by taking a 3D scan of the person. We record the face and analyze facial expressions. Then we transmit them in real time. That means you could really slip into your virtual character live. Emotions are really basic for human communication, and communication is going to go on in the future. That's why emotions are the most important thing.
Und daher sind einfach Emotionen das Wichtigste.
His solution works with software that's already available. And it's interesting for the film or game industry. Using virtual beaming to simulate all the natural characteristics of human interaction is an extremely complicated process. But it's a crucial aspect of achieving a good rapport with our non-human companions.
With a robot, I don't really know what he sees. It could be that he, and the person who's opposite me, sees and hears far more than I think. That creates information asymmetries. You feel you're being watched, meaning you have to ensure that there's a functioning process of mutual assessment.
The project is set to continue until 2014, when researchers expect to have worked out the fundamentals and be able to offer initial programs for taking beaming to the next dimension.